Well, hey there! Welcome back to the coffee break. It's a cool day in the neighborhood. It's beautiful out, but it is cool. Sunshine, blue sky. I do have my hoodie with me, so if I step out of the car, I will need that to fight off a little of the chill. But it's nice. It's really nice. Anyway, I'm here to visit with you a little bit and share some stories with you about this thing right here. The old Beardola. I don't know how long I've had this thing. People ask me all the time, how long have I been growing it? And I really don't remember. I've lost count. But, you know, it's in the neighborhood of, 7 or 8 years now, believe it or not. And I have fought with the idea of getting rid of it and cutting my hair and all that kind of stuff for quite some time, because I have a personality it doesn't really always go with, but I think that eventually it will go. But in the meantime, I still have it, so might as well make the best use of it. But anyways, I've got some stories to tell you about the old beard. So sit back, relax, and listen to your favorite pesticide tell his story. Anyways, the theme for today is, why do celebrities like my beard? It's always a conversation starter. And the word for the day that goes with it is formidable. I had a lady in New Orleans, I believe it was, stop me on the street and tell me, in these exact words, "Your beard is formidable." And of course, anytime you get a comment like "great beard, dude," or something like that, you always say thank you and walk on, go on with your day. Well, this particular time, "your beard is formidable," kind of stopped me in my tracks. Of course, I did say thanks, but I had to take a moment and think, what does formidable mean? And for those of you who are wondering what formidable means, I looked it up so I could give you a little bit of a dictionary version of what the word means. Formidable means inspiring or commanding. No, I'm going to have to say that correctly so it comes across correctly. Inspiring or commanding fear or respect through being impressively large, powerful, intense, or capable. I have chicken scratch for writing, so I had to sort of really read that carefully. So the word formidable means inspiring or commanding fear or respect through being impressively lazy, powerful, intense, or capable. Boy, you could apply that to a lot of things in this day and age, can't you? What really struck me about the definition is the word fear. Your beard is fear-provoking. And I could see that under the right circumstances. You get me mad, the beard just sort of exacerbates that, that mean or ogre bad guy impression. But it just, the presence of the beard is powerful in and of itself, is what I took away from that. It was an interesting comment, and I took it as a compliment, of course. Why not? But the reason I wanted to start off sharing with you that particular statement was because I do get a lot of comments about the beard, and or my fair share. And that was one of the most profound ones that stood out in my memory, because they used the word formidable. In any case, back to the subject at hand, which is still my beard, but the theme being, why do celebrities like my beard? And it's only to tell you a few stories I have about celebrities who were impressed about my formidable beard. So much so that they actually spoke to me about it. And the first story I recall is going to a Whole Foods market doing some grocery shopping. I think actually what I was doing was getting something from the salad bar area, something to eat for lunch or something. And I have gone into this particular location several times, and it's interesting because I met a celebrity there. I didn't actually meet them formally the first time because, when you see celebrities, sometimes you just notice them and you observe them. You might nod your head, but I don't really approach them. And that's because I'm in the biz, so I know what it's like to be professional and be respectful of their space and their time and not disturb them. In any case, I have run into, at the salad bar area, Donny Osmond. And the first time I ran into him, I'm like, I think that's Donny Osmond. But I second-guessed myself and thought, nah, it couldn't have been him. But sure enough, it was him. And I went out he followed me out into the parking lot. Because he was right behind me in line to check out. And I noticed the car had a license plate that was labeled from Utah, and it made sense. You put two and two together that, up close and personal, you might second guess this is Donny Osmond because, you're used to seeing him in print or on TV or something, or in his live stage show. So that was the first time I met him. But the second time around, same thing happened. I was at the salad bar and I was going through the checkout line with my ready-to-eat food, and the cashier made a statement about my beard, actually. She said, "That's a nice beard." And I just said, "Thank you." And then Donny Osmond spoke up because he was right beside me. And he said, "Boy, I wish I could grow a beard like that. I can hardly grow anything on my face." So he was impressed with my beard, I suppose, and had a sort of moment of envy for the fact that I could grow one to the extent that I have, and he's not able to hardly grow one at all. And I just thought that was kind of funny, that, he spoke directly to me and made that statement, and, I said thank you and moved on. So I don't know, he thought it was an impressive beard and was envious of the fact that he couldn't grow one. So that's one celebrity who had a comment and had an impression about my beard. Now, my second story has to do with doing a movie last year, actually. I was just doing some background work on this small independent movie. I don't know, I don't even know if it ever came out or anything. I lose track of anything I've ever done. And I've never seen myself in a big movie anyway. Because I do a lot of background work as much as I do small day player jobs and one or two liners. But I saw that I was standing right next to the legend Bruce Dern. And I have seen many, many of his movies. And of course, his daughter's Laura Dern. And she's made a place in the business for herself quite a bit. And I've actually worked on a set with her too. And have a story to share about her one day. But in any case, this was last year, and it was several months after he had, I guess, fallen. So he was being very cautious about walking around, and people were just being very careful with him. And he was sitting next to me on a stool in between takes, so that he could rest and not just have to stand there while they do some setup. In any case, he turned to me while he was sitting there, and again, I'm not talking with him, I'm not ignoring him, I'm just standing right next to him, but, I'm respectful of just leaving him alone. But he turned to me and he said, "Do you always braid your beard like that?" And of course I answered, "Yeah, I don't always braid it, but, every once in a while when I get tired of it, I do braid it and get it out of my face a little bit." So it was kind of nice to share that moment with such an icon and a legend such as Bruce Dern, and knowing that my beard captured his attention. Not sure why, but, because he's got a little scruff on his face. Yeah, and I've seen some movies where he's had some good beard action going on. In any case, that's my celebrity story number 2 about why celebrities like my beard. The last one was another movie that I got selected for, picture selected for. I don't know what they saw in me, but they decided they wanted to put me in the movie. And I have not seen this movie either. And this one I know was called Velvet Buzzsaw. And it starred Jake Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo. And Rene Russo's husband was the writer-director, and he's done several movies that have gotten some good acclaim, and really enjoyed his movies too. In any case, he selected me, and I showed up one day for a camera test, not for me personally, but just to meet him and have a discussion with him about what they wanted me to do. And they wanted me to be Rene Russo's character's driver in the movie. So it wasn't any lines, I was just a presence. And that was sort of hit or miss. They might use me, they might not use me, that kind of thing. In any case, despite all the politics of how things happen in movie making, Rene Russo comes into the camera take, and she walks up and she's passing by me, and she stops at me and she grabs my beard and she says, "I love this." And she said that on a day on set too. So they were kind enough to reintroduce me to her formally on set the day that I first showed up to work. And I worked, I don't know, 5 days on that show. I don't even know if I'm in the movie at all, but they just had moments where they were just trying to put me in to, I guess, make sense out of the fact that she had a driver, that she didn't have to drive herself anywhere. And in any case, Rene Russo loved my braided beard. Yeah, so the last 2 stories with Rene Russo and Bruce Dern, they saw me with the braided beard, and Donny Osmond saw me with the whole bushiness coming out. So those are some of my celebrity stories about how impressed they are with my beard, for whatever reason that might be. But it's kind of a conversation starter, I guess. From time to time, you know, you meet someone and they just can't help themselves. They've got to say something. And I was appreciative of these 3 individuals in particular who did make an effort to have a conversation with me, or at least discuss it with me for a moment, you know, just to acknowledge that I was there and, you know, my presence was noticed, and I thought that was kind of cool. So there you have my celebrity stories about my formidable beard. I have to see if I can remember any other comments that were made about my beard along the way. But, you know, I don't know why they were impressed with it, but I was happy that they were at least able to acknowledge it and speak up and not be afraid to have a conversation with a non-celebrity such as myself. You know, I get about a little bit, but I'm not famous. I am one of those working actors that nobody knows. And that's okay. I'm good with that. It's not about fame and fortune. But I digress. That could be a whole nother video, right? Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to share those celebrity stories about my beard. And if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll get more, you'll hear about when I post new videos, which is usually Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for the time being. I've been pretty good about that. And share the video, please, if you don't mind, because I would love to have other people join in on the conversation. And don't forget, you could also leave any comments that you feel like in the comment boxes below, and I'll read them and be happy to respond to them as I can. In the meantime, I'll be looking forward to seeing you the next go-around, which will be in a day or 2. So look out for me. Until then, have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.